I'm Deborah. I'm living on this boat with my family. We are the two of us and 3 children, and I'm working as a midwife.
Me not. I work as a boat builder. I started my apprenticeship 2.5 years ago, and yeah, in my shipyard we repair exactly this kind of old fishing vessels, and yeah, I love it.
Tell us how you came about living on a boat.
It was her idea. It's good. I love to say this.
Always when we have a problem, we say that.
You wanted to live on a boat, yeah.
We have a little boat. We always went on holiday with it in the weekends to the sea to go sailing, and then we saw another bigger one. We were just about to search for a new flat or a house to live, and then we
know each other since 20 years.
We looked to a big ship, and they were there with 3 children, and they had everything. It was really luxury there. And when we went back to our little tiny boat, I said we could maybe live on a boat and not on a flat or a house. We could search for a boat. So we did that. And the first thing we decided that we didn't want to have a wooden boat.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. Because we have friends and hobbies as well. Yeah.
Yes, but then we ended up here.
Yeah.
So can you tell us what this boat is?
It's an old fishing vessel from 1958. It was built in Denmark, in Esbjerg, and it's one of 700 similar boats. It was this kind of boat was made for fishing in the North Sea, and they did it for 20 years, and these boats are made for about 20 and 25 years, and then you usually need a new one, and so they wanted to sort her out, and there was a Danish guy who bought Krista, and he made fishing trips with tourists, and the last owner he took care of her about 20 years, and then we came, and now we live here in the
take care of her for 5 years.
5.5 years. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's nice, but it's work everywhere,
and
all the time.
Yeah, and it's wood. As Deborah said, we never wanted to buy a wooden one because.
So tell us why you shouldn't buy a wooden boat.
It's endless work, and you always, when you have a really big thing done, you see the next big thing you have to do, and you have never time to enjoy it because you always have to work. And when you look around, you always see, oh, we have to do that, or we have to do that. It's lots of work, and it's either you have a lot of money, or you need really, really, really much time.
Or you have the skills to do it by yourself. And we are in the lucky position that I'm working in this shipyard. So we can fix the most of the stuff there for quite less money.
So tell us the lovely thing of living on a wooden boat.
No neighbors.
On a wooden boat, I think it's better climate, like when you have in a steel hull, and I like the atmosphere from the wooden boat.
The most beautiful boats are made out of wood. That's a fact.
So
yeah.
I think it's just like, we saw her, we wanted to have her. I always say when we have the next boat, when the children are moved out, we want to have a little steel boat, but I'm afraid
or a tiny wooden one. Yeah. Then it's half the work, and it's quite scary in the beginning when you never sailed on a wooden boat. You're scared because there's so much water coming in, and
I was scared by the. It's very loud. The wood is working, and it's moving, and it's very, very loud. It sounds like something gets broken.
Yeah. But you get used to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get used to it, and you're working all the time hard that there's not coming so much water
Yeah.
inside. So
In the beginning we had friends
very
and
good now.
hobbies. Now we only have the boat. No hobbies, no friends left.
no, happy that when we can sleep a bit.
Yeah.
So, if you were giving someone advice who wanted to buy and live on a boat, what would you say?
Never buy a wooden one, but the I don't know. You have to love it somehow, because it's different, because you have much more work with everything. We have to fill up our water tanks once a week, in the winter also, and I don't know.
I think having really a look where you want to stay with the boat and what you really want to do with it. Do you really want to just live on it, or do you want to go on holiday with it, or sail all the time with it? So really looking carefully what you want to do and plan like it for the inside and the outside. You won't have enough money for everything, so decide carefully what you really want to do.
So, how did you come into this position here? This is your home mooring.
The museum's harbour
Yes,
here.
yes.
We had Sindbad, the small boat. We have. I bought it 8 years ago, I guess.
Yes,
So I'm a club member
Anyway.
since that time. Yeah.
and it was the easiest because the children were here and were going to school just next to it. So
And Krista is quite beautiful. So they wanted us
to be here.
to be here. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the only thing I wanted was that we have lots of hot water.
Yeah.
Mm.
And we have a really good heater. We can walk in the winter naked here, if we want to do that. We can do that because we have no neighbors.
Tell us about the politics of the club.
It's the politics. At the moment we have 22
Boats.
boats. That means 22 owners, 22 individual guys.
We have
And
most of them are wooden boats, but we have some steel ships as
Yeah.
well.
People tell me it's impossible to live on a boat in Germany because of the bureaucracy. Can you tell us about that?
no, it's no problem.
There's a new
a law from
law,
2014.
yes,
Yeah.
that you are allowed to live on a boat, but a lot of harbors have their own rules that they don't want it. Here also the town is not wanting to have houseboats. So there are lots of harbors here around, and there are no houseboats because the town doesn't want to have it. But in Hamburg, for example, they have lots of houseboats. It's different from town to town. There is a law you can do it, but lots of harbors say we don't want it, so we don't want you to have it here.
We are allowed to live on board because we are not an ordinary yacht marina, and as Deborah said, we are not allowed to have houseboats. All of our boats they have to be how's it called, seaworthy somehow. And
They have to be able to go on the sea,
Yeah,
and they have to look like a
historical
ship,
boat.
not
yeah.
like a house.
And in Lubeck we have so many tourists. I think they don't want to have this kind of hippie scene, and we are no hippies. We smell a bit strange, but we are no hippies.
Boat people.
Yeah.
It's about problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and a question.
So you mentioned that you do travel with your boat. Where did you take her since you have it?
We don't have that much holiday, and she's very slow.
No, she's not very slow.
I think she's slow when you're used to sail on a normal sailing yacht.
If I want to go
Nowadays.
fast, I take my motorbike.
But we have been to Sweden and to Denmark
And this
the
year,
last years.
next
and
week, we want to sail up to Norway. We have 4 weeks, and I hope we can make it this time.
we will see. Otherwise, we will take 6 weeks next year and try it again. Yeah, it depends on the wind.
Yeah, of course.
But
Always.
the most important is not where to go. I think the most important is to be alone,
Yeah.
having just the sea and swimming to the next island.
I want to have a look for Milda.
Our messy
Yeah.
boat.
It doesn't matter.
We have 2 boys, so we're used to everything.
You are not
Yeah.
ready to what you are going to see there, believe me.